Hi everyone, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Today I'll be sharing my top 10 books for plant lovers to help you grow your green fingers. I wasn't always into plants, believe it or not. In the past I had paid someone to remove everything in my small backyard so I didn't have to maintain it. 2016 was the year my crazy plant lady transformation began, and inspirational plant books played a big part in this. I hope you enjoy the content today and find something that inspires you. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps me reach more people. The books aren't listed in any special order. So let's get into it! A Tree in the House is one of my favourite books. It is covered front to back with exquisite photography of beautiful flowers and arrangements with an organic, relaxed and wild style. It's definitely one for the coffee table. She also inspires you to use what you have around you and teaches you how to arrange flowers in a unique way. This book is great for those wanting to make floral arrangements which are less cliché. The book is bursting with unique ideas, and she thinks outside the box when it comes to arranging flowers. Next is The House Gardener. So this book gives you a lot of ideas for making unique terrariums and different ways to showcase your indoor plants, so it's not just in regular pots. This is one of my own inspired from this book. It also gives you ideas for creating a living indoor wall. There is a useful section on tips for keeping indoor plants. She also goes over basic indoor gardening skills and talks about tools and materials which will come handy. I particularly like this section where she covers which plants are sun or shade loving and which areas in the house they will thrive. There is also a section on basic plant care. Next is a book all about wreaths. If you love wreaths, this one's for you. I love that this book has a fresh and modern approach to wreath designs. It has step-by-step instructions teaching you how to make a natural wreath frame, using a hoop, using a foam base, and even more eclectic wreath designs as well. You'll also discover the joy of foraging from this book. I absolutely love wreaths. I think they can turn any basic floral or foliage material into a stunning display when you piece them together. Every now and then I would flip through this book to get some inspiration, and these are some that I've made. The next book is How to Grow, a guide for gardeners who can't garden yet. So this is a great book for beginner gardeners. Overall it's quite balanced because it covers edible and ornamental plants as well. It's a simple yet captivating book. I like that it has a casual tone which makes you feel relaxed, and it makes gardening feel approachable, so you'll attempt it. For each plant she includes planting information, how to keep them alive, harvesting, potential disasters, and also recipes. This was one of my first few books when I started getting into outdoor gardening. I used one of her great ideas from the book to make my husband's birthday cake. I told you it makes things approachable. Here's another inspiration from the book. Succulents, my first plant love. So my crazy plant lady journey began with succulents, and this was my first plant book. I just fell in love with the unique shapes and pastel colors of succulents. This book by Deborah Lee Baldwin, the queen of succulents, is a great comprehensive guide for succulent lovers. It's a solid book with lots of pictures and variety, great if you're getting into succulents and want to see what else is out there. The design is slightly dated, published back in 2013, but the content is good. This is my favourite section of the book, where she gives you projects that you can work on. This book, Succulent Simplified, also goes over how to plant and care for succulents, and also includes a succulent pictorial dictionary. Super ideal. If you've watched my previous plant video, this is the aeonium I have. The next book is Wild Interiors by Hilton Carter. Beautiful plants in beautiful spaces. If you love interior design and houseplants or flowers, this book is eye candy. The author basically goes on a tour meeting green-loving people around the world, and the book features their curated homes and greenscapes filled with lush greenery. He starts the book with 10 places around the world which give him plant inspirations, and then he gives you his top 10 plants. He then goes on his tour. Next, he delves into rooms in the home with suggested plants for each room. This book is also definitely a coffee table kind of book. This book is more for hardcore gardeners. It's a great dictionary basically for growing veggies, herbs and fruit. Each section covers briefly about propagation, growing, harvesting, pests, companion planting, and about container growing. And they also include suggested recipes to try. Just note that this book does not include information about growing non-edible plants. Overall, a very comprehensive gardening reference book. This book, How to Grow Practically Everything, is by the Royal Horticultural Society. The layout for this book is project-based and covers a broad range, over 200 creative gardening projects. It's the kind of book I would flip through and look for ideas and inspiration. It's not really a reference book. I feel this is good for someone who is looking to get more serious with gardening and is looking for broad ideas. They do have good projects in this book, and each project is broken down into clear steps with lists of plants, tools, and materials needed before you start, plus advice on the best time of year to carry it out and how much time to set aside. The next book is Root, Nurture, Grow. The key is in the title really. It's a good simple guidebook for people learning how to propagate their houseplants. It goes over all the useful tips for successful propagation and presents all the methods of propagation in a methodical and easy to understand way. There are step-by-step pictures and instructions which are easy to follow. I like the table which summarizes which propagation method is used for what plant. Here are some plants I've learned how to propagate. And the final book is In Bloom, Growing, Harvesting and Arranging Flowers All Year Round. So this book teaches you how to grow flowering plants so you can use them in flower arrangements. This is another book with exquisite photography and really nice pictures to look at. In this book, Claire Nolan goes into the details about growing each type of flower or foliage for floral arrangements, including how to harvest them for maximum freshness and longevity. It has a great table which covers which plants you can grow depending on the seasons. She also teaches you how to collect seeds so you can keep growing your flowers year after year. So that's it. If you enjoyed that and found that useful, remember to hit the like and subscribe button as it will really help my channel grow. I would love to hear from you. Let me know if you had a favorite book. See you in the next video.